VNET.
Are they alive and well to let mercy come wash away all I've done? Now that song is stuck in my head. Good morning and welcome back. Now I'm gonna hope that today is a hot day because of what transpired yesterday in the madness of SOGP. Will we see hot momentum today? Will we see any sort of continuation today? Let's take a look at the watch list. BBBY volume, no good. So moving down to GMHS. GMHS. Remember our disclaimer. Remember that day trading is risky. All right. GMHS at 260 up over 78%. Is that right? No, up over 130%, over 78 million shares of volume. GMHS, definitely one of the hot stocks here so far in pre-market. Looking very fruitful, looking very good. Previous highs, pre-market highs, 303. Daily chart, GMHS, how are we doing? Daily chart looks fairly good. This is more like it. This is exactly more like it. We spoke about this yesterday. Blue skies over 349. Blue skies over 349. So yesterday I left out. I missed the fun. I missed the action. Hopefully it was a nice smooth price action wise, right? Nice and smooth. So 349 going to be a big level here for GMHS if it's able to break. This looks pretty promising. MOVE, how are we doing? I'm going to start up my screen recording here in a sec. This one started in after hours from 63 cents up to 104 and then highs of 124. Okay. Not bad. MOVE. Volume could be a little higher for this type of price, but not complaining. It's pretty early. We could definitely see more volume coming into the stock, as we go throughout the day. By the way, I think my desktop audio yesterday was on, which is why we were getting the chime. Today we should be good. Should be no chime for those of you in the chat room. The chat room, my audio is not as filtered, so you guys can actually hear way more than what the YouTube stream will hear. The YouTube stream is very filtered. Let's see. Daily chart, MOVE, potential resistance up 130, 131, let's say 130, 132. I'll say 132. Besides that, 200 EMAs at 238. Got to check our daily charts because, what we've been forgetting is the stocks that are moving up on the scans after pre-market. We haven't been checking the daily chart as much, and we've been missing some key information in terms of resistance. So that's something we got to keep an eye out for today. Let mercy come. I don't want to be singing on here or else people are going to stop watching. The song got stuck in my head right before I started. $250K to retire in Vietnam. Some perspective. And you shout out to Beam. I had a great conversation with Beam yesterday. And UKK. We spoke about that perspective. This one looks pretty good. This will be my second string stock. And UKK. As we're going to nuke the short sellers today. Once again, they will feel the pain. SOPG, just the warm up to cook them. I heard, well, not that I heard. I've seen Ross post 2 recaps, right? Ross post 2 recaps, and I didn't even post one. That's the first thing I told myself yesterday. I'm like, man, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. But anyhows, the short sellers blowing up. That's the dream right there, right? Not that we're wishing bad for the short sellers per se. These are good people working hard on their strategies, but they're going against the grain, and when the stock is flushing down, it's because these guys a lot of the times are taking on massive positions. And so every now and again, they need to feel the pain of a squeeze. I'm going to start my screen recording. And I think just these 3 will be my top stocks here. NUKK, GMHS, MOVE, and then SO, the one from yesterday. I'll keep on the back burners in case there's something. Sometimes you'll get continuation out of those. All right. NUKK, we had 11.15, gapped up, sold off, and then the 200 EMAs at 12. 11.15 and $12. So it's like this is like an inside candle, daily candle making a new high, but we're on the lows. So that's something to keep in mind. It might not be as strong. There might just be like a setup or two, and then it might be depths. Nah, Beam is not missing. Beam is just doing his thing, Beam is like one of those quiet. A lot of people are still trading every day. GMHS. Some people are just not as, active in the chat room. Kitty, all these people, red to green. Red to green is still best believe red, bro. When you make this much money, you're gonna be still You're gonna still be trading every day, SOGP and SOGP. You know Rata Green is in the office right now, and he's found a way to set up his screens, even though he had to go back. And he's there just trading. I can see him right now. If he's listening, he's smiling too, laughing. Because the opportunity that is here is too great. Vegito, these are guys who've been making $30,000 a day, you know, like there's no leaving at that point. There's only figuring it out and getting better. So watching at GMHS here into the open. Today I'll be sticking around longer. Hopefully we're seeing something good later into the day as well. Hit that thumbs up and let's rock and roll. Another beautiful day. Friday, wildcard Friday. Lows of 53. $53 to 66. I don't mind waiting the first 2-3 minutes to, like, you know, see what we're all about here. Maybe I'll look for a 1-minute candle to make a new high. Just letting the first 2 minutes go by to let the stocks, you know, gain this volume at the open and decide the direction here. Starter size only to start the day. Yesterday we were down 300, kept it tight. We lost on SOGP at 7, and we left out. Didn't expect, didn't expect anything out of it, honestly. Well, we paid the price of leaving early. And it's funny because I was saying I don't even care if this goes to 8 after I had that high fill over 7, like 710, I think. SEGG. No bueno. Yeah, IPDN. Didn't have this one on the watch list. Pulling it up. This was the next one down. Looks like it's going to end up being the strong one to start. So over 304. Nice, but this is a nice push here. So far, it looks really good. And the key here is us not selling off back down to $3. IPDN. Because it's strong, I am thinking to push a little bit more size early, but I got to be careful if it's selling all the way off, right? That's the key here, is to be safe and be careful about that. We got a new high, 48. It looks like it's a higher low. Tight stops here. Okay, it's not quite gonna go. Fair. So that's a double top. Time at 34. It's saying the low was 12 right there. There's no way we had a low of 12. And UKK red to green as well. Are we cooked here? This is key for us to hold up if it's going to continue in an uptrend here. So far, so good. It's still holding up. Trying for the breakout. I'm going to try for the breakout. Volume is slowing down. All my dip trades have been accurate. All my breakout trades so far losses. So we only got 35, 36 right there and back down again. We didn't really get up to 50, not even close. A bit of a midpoint attempt for the breakout. And we're stuffed back down again. I mean, we've been down here about 5 times already, so, you know, are we going to continue to hold? It becomes harder for me to trust this level. It's not going to hold, which makes perfect sense. How many times do we need to get up there to not go, you know? And UKK taking a starter, taking my talents elsewhere. Taking my talents to South Beach. And South Beach is dropping down to the VWAP as well. South Beach selling off to the depths. Small size loss there. Not too bad. IPDN. Will we make a miraculous recovery? Ay. It's a miraculous recovery here. That drop was looking pretty severe. Will we see an early pullback? Highs of this push, 26. I'm watching like a hawk to get back in if it's going to be strong here. Give me something good. Oh, nope. I didn't get in. I'm going to chase it a little bit here. Does it have what it takes? Does it have what it takes for 50? Big Steve, only 36. And I get the worst exit at 30. Cooked. It's looking promising. Getting a good fill though. It's looking promising. I'm gonna be patient here. I want to be super reactive. High or low. Preferably low. Preferably low because the fills high for the breakout that we tried a couple times were all losing trades. Is this it? Is this it? Is this it? Ah, yeah. I should have been back in there, but all I've done. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 The song's still stuck in my head. I've reduced my risk here and positioning myself to buy if I need to. In case it wants to pull the old lower low on Pastor. Big Steve, I'm watching. Oh, it didn't go. Right back up. See, I could add here. Yeah, I could have added there. That hesitation, man, not good. It might go through 50 here. Is this it? Is this the final bounce that we need? Talk to me nice. Come on. Whisper into my ears a new high. Fly for Pastor. It needs to go. We have no excuse not to go. Please. 60. Rip. There's no reason for it not to go after holding that support, making the new low, holding the support again. Let the short sellers feel the pain early here. What are our resistance? I need to check the daily chart. IPDN. Oh, wow. 200 EMAs right freaking here. 358. Shoots. And then 494. 358, 494. Can we get through 358? If so, 494 next level. I'm going to assume it's going to be a hot day because of the madness of yesterday. So if this goes up to 70 and then dips, I want to just take a position and then leave. Close my eyes, go to sleep, and come back later. Just put a stop in place. You know, will this one too go up to $10? I always say in some of these areas that, you know, it's like it looks good to just take a trade and leave. Maybe today's the day to do it. I'll forget the scalping, diamond hands, 20-cent stop. And let it rip. But I want to see it go above the level and have candles close above the level first. Right now, short sellers might still be plotting. The short sellers are still alive. So right now, I'm not touching anything unless we make a new high. I mean, even the dips, which could be good, I'm just going to wait. I want to see the new candlestick here make a new high. Is it possible? We have higher lows in the consolidation so far. The new candlestick is a second away. 1 minute candle to make the new high 54. Can we see a rip? 55, 60, 63. Yes. Yes, it's going, it's going, it's going. Rip. Bro, rip, rip, rip. Where's the rip? That's a little excitement there. Candles didn't close above the level yet, but you know, that looked really good with volume. Only got up to 69 though. So this is the false breakout here. Which means I have no business touching this until it proves more strength. I'm telling you guys, man, and like that right there goes to $4 like just a couple months ago. Last year, that right there goes to 454, like just crazy squeeze. And I'd be buying at 60, 20,000 shares. That's the size I'll be using when it comes back around. So I'll be in there and my risk will be the same, say the same big drop right here. But because we're going to be in a stronger market, this is going to go up to 4. And then the short sellers will be feeling the pain of past star buying high to sell higher. Not this nonsense that's selling off into oblivion here. Is the dip worth it here? I'm going to throw out a small position. Although the lows were 13, I'm kind of late. I'm going to sell it early because I'm late, but it looks like a good bounce so far. The days are going to come once again where we fly. Anyhow, let me move on. Is there anything else for now? I'll leave this one up and just rotate. Checking the scans. Well, I mean, it's back. This is actually a pretty big bounce. Hold up. I mean, this is quite impressive. It's still below the resistance, though. I'll take the next dip if it presents itself. I'm liking the flare that it's showing, but we are below the resistance, so I'm going to use smaller size and tight stops. No entries. Looks like it's a higher low. Was aiming for more of a double bottom, but pretty good. For those people listening on that are really listening, just mark my words, man. I'm telling you guys, like I've already seen the future. The days are coming. We just have to wait. The days are coming where the past store will be up 20K in one trade on one move. And then if there's multiple opportunities like that in that same day, is where we will have our first 100K day. These things may seem like a fantasy right now, but I can see it as clear as day in my mind. And as you know, if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. Nothing more, nothing less. ANTE halted. ANTE. Is this the next NUKK? Or is this one just a bluff? IPDN, you know, it's just so much of a pullback, man. As mentioned, I'm leaving the 5-minute setup alone and just waiting on the sidelines. With the move we had yesterday, I would expect something to come today, but it's not guaranteed. I'll stay here till 12 p.m. today and just kind of watch. ANTE. Light volume halt up. You know, once the Fed starts to reduce the rates a little bit, we'll see. You know, maybe that also helps with some more momentum here. It only will make sense that that happens because companies are going to become a little bit more aggressive, take on a little bit more risk, which means more breaking news, more headlines, multiple stocks over 100% on the same day. GMHS, red to green. VWAP is what, 41? The 5-minute candlestick is under some stress here, so I gotta be careful. I'll wait. Jumping the gun a little too quickly there. When is the resumption? Trying to VWAP here. ANTE, when is the resumption? Double checking. And I gotta manage this trade. Let's see quickly. ANTE. There's another minute 40. Can this one bounce within a minute 40? GMHS. No, maybe not. I was interested in adding, but 36 a little low. VWAP at 41. Keeping it tight, small size there. Just a $40 loss. But a mere scratch, as they would say in the chat room. It is but a scratch. Scratch trade. 669, right? Let's look at the daily chart here quickly. ANTE. 669 all-time highs, at least from according to E-Trade here. Is this the next big thing, or is this a bluff? Putting all my attention over to ANTE, prepping a small position. I will have a position with size in case I need it. And size, I mean like 1,000 shares. Actually, I'll even do 800. But small size, 300 to start. Just in case there's like nonsense. We protect ourselves. 18 seconds. No fear, no hesitation if I see the dip and rip here. 669. There's 13. Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay, got out. Great. Bro, what more do we need for a dip? It's halting down. 84. False halt, though, a couple times. I apologize for the profanity, but that was a little unexpected. ANTE, come on. See, if my eyes light up the moment we resume lower like that, under the context of the daily chart. So taking that small size to take the starter there, but back down. Son of a gun. Son of a gun. SOGP curling up a little bit. That one's not the next big thing. It is, in fact, quite depsy. Low was 50, high is 36. I want to be fearless here if this one ends up being strong. That'll be the key to doing well, is the confidence to not hesitate, but instead to be a fierce trader. It's only now curling up, so it's pretty early still. CWD. The spread here is massive, though. I'm seeing that's 40-cent spread there. CWD from yesterday. CWD. This one might be worth taking a look. Dang, this is a pretty big. I didn't notice this one yesterday. When I came back, this one made a big move into the close. Nice. From 280 to 5. See, I mean, if you're here till 4 every day, it can pay off, right? Even if it's just like once a week something happens like that. If you're able to see it early. It is red on the day. Where are we on the day ourselves after that loss? We're basically flat. We had 2 losses, NUKK, ANTE. IPDN again. One last dance. See, this is where I'll have to be patient. Like, I'm going to stay here till 12 today, so when there's downtime like this where nothing is happening, got to keep an eye on the scans, keep an eye through the watch list stocks, you know, just to see if anything is curling up from the lows. That way we can be ahead of the game. IPDN. Maybe one last dance is going to happen here indeed. We've had that resistance up there at 350, 360. Can we see a good flag, a good bull flag here between where we are and perhaps the VWAP for support? We'll see. I'm not so interested in this one high unless we break over the previous levels. However, being that we're pushing up, if it wants to hold up without going back down there all the way to 290, now I could be interested in that. Impressive move all the way to 50 here. Are we going to see an early pullback before we test 60? If it goes straight through, hey, I have no problem. I'll still look for that original trade I was mentioning, where if it pulls away and then gives the setup, I'll take it and look to hold longer. What about a 10, 15 cent stop? 10, 15 cent stop if we can get candles to close above that level. And I want to see this thing fly over time to 4 and then 450. Okay, all right. Damn it, man. The freaking fills. Oh, shoots, man. They suck. Those were great attempts, but it's all good. Looking for the quicker dip there, but if we get the bigger pullback, it is so volatile. Those two quick dips there were great trades, but my fills were cooked. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it was that volatile on the dip. You know there's going to be those quick dips, and then the real dip is going to come. So right now, what I'm going to look to do, I'm going to look to add if I can, and I just want to wait, you know, at least like 10 minutes, unless it stops me out, of course. I'm going to give it only 10 to 15 cents of a leash. Right now, I don't have the size I would want because I was looking to scale in. So I'm going to be patient in case it continues to be volatile, and then just watch and wait. It's like an opening range type of trade here. I'm really not interested in like the 20 cents, 10 cents, 5 cents, you know? Okay, that's much better. Now can we continue to go? 86. I want to see 4. Right now, everything tells me that this stock should go through 4. Everything that I know about, ever heard about trading says this stock has a good chance of going through 4. So I'm going to take some profits and then just hold the other half. Size is the only issue there. Size. Playing it maybe a little too safe to try to scale in case I take one position too high. Big Steve, does it have what it takes? Big Steve, 98. Big Steve, it is flying. And short sellers are squeezing. They're trembling in fear as we are flying here. Bro, I took losses on those 2 quick dips too, man. It's just tragic, you know? Then you don't get the right size you want. So it's not a picture perfect move here in the execution, I'd say. Take me to 410, and over 410 will we squeeze. The halt is at 40. If not, we could end up needing a pullback. In which case, I can look to re-average. Looks like it's pullback. Looks like it's pullback. The question now, where's the pullback going to? Nobody knows. So we'll have to use our best discretion here. On the way down. Our best discretion. So I'm now using just a smaller position. The move happened fairly quick. We got about 40 cents total, which was really good there. Or maybe a little less than that. How low will we go? How low? Now, here's something that's interesting, right? Anything below 60 here doesn't make any sense to me. If this stock drops down to like 340 and then bounces, I will guarantee take a loss because we've already proven that we're holding above the resistance, which means I'll be buying anything. Anything that goes there, I'm taking it. But if it does that nonsense, which you'll sometimes see in these slower markets at times. Man, bro, we got to get more size on these trades. I mean, probably should have been buying in 2K blocks instead of 1. The pullback there was very, very tight. We had a low of 80 or so. I didn't get back in. IPDN. I'm going to try to build slowly and, you know, continue to watch the ride here. We are quite extended. The next resistance is at 494. It feels extended. It could keep going, but it feels extended. It seems extended. But that will not prevent it from being irrationally strong. If it decides to go, it'll go. If there's enough buyers or buying, let's say. A bit of a churn here, not the immediate bounce we just saw. I spoke too soon. That is something else. I missed that trade by like a second. Like, come on. Come on. I was long like 97. See, we get to 404 and it goes back down to 96. I'm like, okay, I'll keep that tight. Break even. Then 415, 420. Slap in the face. It wouldn't be that surprising if it does the 5-minute pullback. Although I'd want to be very small with size if it does it, just to make sure I don't get blazed, but I can still scale in. The levels here, I would say looks good. We need to be making more money here though, right? We need to be making more money, not out of greed, just because more so the execution of our trading, right? Whether it's size or lack thereof. High of day, potential high of day here. What is it going to be? Ah, you son of a gun. I gotta stop hesitating. Bounce at 4. A little bit. A little bit. Probably not enough for a retest, though. Will it? Will we? Will we see the retest of 20? You gotta always game plan for that bigger pullback, too, just in case. So we got a flat top right now. Will we get through the flat top? It's choppy, though, right? 25 right there, back down to 13. Is this it? Taking 27. 40, 40, 40. Nothing stopping us from 40 here if it's going to hold. My stop right here, 22. 40 should be inevitable. Short sellers should be getting squeezed into the new high. Instead, I'm stopping out for a loss. Not ideal. Bro, again, you know, in a hotter market, that right there flies. What was that, 30? What was that high? 34 from 22, and we still, you know, have trouble. And then it goes when I'm stopped out. Then it goes to 40. What is this nonsense? Big Steve, the market is trying to play with me here. What is this? It might continue. Man, this is absurd. So I'm saying like I should have been up more. Like these freaking trades like that, you get stopped out, then the freaking move to 40. This is quite interesting. 53 high. It hasn't really opened up yet. Like it's grinding up is what it feels like. It hasn't really squeezed like how I know we could squeeze in these circumstances. It looks like it's squeezing. 85, 90. Squeeze for Pastor. Taking 75 dip. Squeeze for me. Bro, I'm telling you guys, just mark my words when the hot market comes back. Like, just wait. I can already see it. This is like warm-up stuff here. And then the real deal is going to come, and then that's it. The resistance up there at 494. We got to hold that level next, and then we could see 556. Big Steve, the days are coming, bro. They're right around the corner. I don't want to overtrade this level too much, but if it looks good enough higher, could go for it. But got to be careful in case we do end up rejecting this resistance. Short sellers will be watching these levels like this. This is a double top level, not a double top, but 550 is gonna come if it goes 550. It's churning though. Can we get over 10? If it gets over 10, 530. 530, 530. 530. Watch, I'm telling you guys, watch when this next hot market comes. Look at this. When this next hot market comes, Big Steve, we will be locked and loaded. 551 halting up. Short sellers better get ready for a long day here. Because false halt. Oh, it's halting again. They better get ready for a long season, Big Steve. They've had their fun, man. If you know, again, last year there's at least 2 stocks like this every day. There's at least 2 stocks like this one every day last year. If the time is upon us, we will make our year here in 1 month. So in theory, right? If I go back to that opening range trade that I mentioned, based off of the daily chart here and the other factors, we could have still been in with 2,000 shares and just holding the entire thing, which maybe could have been more profitable. Maybe. I said diamond hands, and I'm going to hold it for at least 10 minutes. I held it for about 30 cents for 3 minutes, or maybe less. The risk is, of course, you're in there unrealized, and then it flushes down, and then you don't really make anything. There's no real right way to do it. You just do it with your best discretion. What's the resumption time? We got 3 minutes. Actually, hold up. We got 2 minutes, 26 seconds. So I'm going to take a look at the daily chart again. IPGN. The next level is $7 resistance. And then potentially room to 970. Let me map out those two levels. $7 and then 970. All right, it's dip and rip time. The last dip and rip I took, I bought that lower resumption. It flushed down 30 cents on me. So we got to be fearless, of course. No hesitation. But we also got to be careful and cautious. So honestly, I'm thinking just 500 shares. Other traders who are more aggressive will probably be using 5,000 shares, 8,000 shares, 3,000, whatever. I'll take it easy, and I'll have the smaller size, but I will have size, though, if I recognize like it's good. Although if I put out a real size, there's a risk I go right back to flat very quickly. Those are the risks. You have to accept them always so that you're never surprised. With 3K shares, it only takes 20 cents loss in these high volatile areas to go right back to flat. Much less if you're using way more size than that. Guy like Save, 10K shares out of this resumption. I can see it. 10 seconds. I might be giving him too much credit. I don't know, but here we go. 551. Tried for 30 there. There's a seller, 35 area. Will we see a bigger drop? Bigger drop? Will we see it? Probably not. I'm going to take 30, tight stop. There's 50. I'm going to give it a chance to go through. And it did go through. Okay. It is kind of hard to read the tape here, so I'm going to wait for the next trade. We got highs of 70. I'd like to see us pull away. It's saying 80 is the high. Or even 90. We didn't get up there. Okay, there's 85. Oh, I should have bought it. I should have bought it. doesn't want to dip. It doesn't want to dip. 603. Oh my goodness. Oh man. I'm gonna try again. 60. Damn, it is freaking coming down, son. Jeez. Oh, it looks like it's just failing here. See, that drop is our first real big drop. Like, we haven't had that yet. Took quite the losses there. Man. 2 dips in a row failing. And we bounce off of 17. Anytime the dip is that preposterous, we are up high, but, you know, still from 610 or 605, whatever, down to 517. The pastor will get blazed buying those dips every time. Lows, 5-minute chart, still looks bullish, but I missed the dip. And that was brutal. Dang, that was real brutal, man. Lost a good amount there. Taking some casualties along the way. You gotta really trust your instincts to the max, though. Going up, I did miss a trade there. I'm like, I should have bought it. So right now, just waiting on the sidelines for another entry. I missed the dip, and I don't want to be chasing it till here without knowing for sure it's gonna continue. We got to protect ourselves there, though. So since we took quite the loss, we got to be careful moving forward. And perhaps even have a trailing stop. Aiming for the higher low here. There's 45. 47. Show me over 50. There's 44. There's 50, 51, and holding the rest for 60, 70 if it's strong here. As you guys can see, I'm doing like more scaling out rather than like, you know, just one in, one out. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, I'll be honest. There's 53. There's, okay, 59, 60. It's going to pay off right here. It's going to pay off. Getting the extra couple cents there. High of this range is 75. I like it high or low, preferably low, just in case it wants to pull back one more time. But if it goes, it might go, and am I going to miss it? I'm going to chase it here at 80. Tight stop. Will chasing it pay off? Chasing it is going to give me 5 cents. But, oh, there's no, I should have held it longer. There's $6. Chasing that entry at 75. Holy, did I get a good, bro, they filled me 23? Bro, that is brutal. I bought at 611. You see, yesterday, that's what made me leave, you know, that right there, that same trade. Oh, that is a punch in the mouth. 2 good setups and then a big loss because of that. Man, that is tough. Damn, bro. Damn, bro. Okay, I might need to stop. I gave back half. Man. I bought for 75 right there, which was our previous resistance. But it went to 50. From 625 down to 550. The dip getting me again. It's for the second time I missed the dip and taking a loss on the way down. Well, we'd expect a 1-minute pullback there. I mean, the 1-minute pullback being 75 cents. It's just a little too much even for this price range. If we're at like $7, $8, it'll make more sense to pull back that much. But, you know, it's a little irrational here with the moves. Big Steve, I am getting blazed and have to walk away here very soon. I've sized down to 300 shares now. Bro, someone this is what trading is though. The fine margin, you know what I mean? The fine line. Bro, the moment I saw this thing drop from 18, it's dipping down to like 611. I buy it. I get filled into the moon. But that trade though was kind of ruined because when I took the chase entry, I bought it too high. I sold it too soon rather. I got in at the 80. I sold 89. I got like a 7-cent trade, and immediately it's at 90, 97. We could have held it for 6. We missed the dip, and we're stuck on the sidelines. There might be something though early if we're lucky. If not, it just might go back to the highs. The fine line, I tell you. The fine line. And we're getting caught on that 1-minute dip there. This is not turning out to be such a great day with the losses on the other 2 stock. But a great move nevertheless, though. We will say we could have made more, but you know, we could have always made more. Keeping to the small size. What it is, though, I see what I gotta do, though. It's all good. Since the levels are not holding up, we're getting a bit of a triple top here, too. 5-minute chart still looks pretty bullish, though. Trying 68, tight stop. And it is quite brutal. On these drops, you cannot get caught in the wrong direction. The new 5-minute candle is about 30 seconds out. Going back up to 500 shares after 2 winning trades there. Can we see 3 winners in a row? Scratch trade there. And waiting. I thought it was getting ready for breakup 6, not quite. Back over 6, we need to see some strength. That way we can push through 624. If not, we could still be in a bit of a consolidation here. Does it have any more left in the tank, Big Steve, or is this the beginning of the end? 625 highs. If it is, we got to be very careful not to lose anything more. And if it is still strong, we got to position ourselves to capture the next move. Sweet days of a hot market where I can just take 5K size out of resumption. Those are the days I'm waiting for. No fear, no hesitation. Even if you take a loss, the day is so hot that who cares? You make it back in the next move. Big level, big level. Mm. That's like if I ate some lemon right there, man. It could be, I don't know, it could be done. It's possible, but I think it deserves at least another 10 minutes to keep an eye on the sidelines, but... This could be the beginning of the end, Big Steve. Could be backside. But 10 minutes to at least see if it's a strong pullback that's going to hold up. I have no idea, so I'll just wait on the sidelines. I think at worst case, if we hold 512, which was like the low of the last candlestick. But I don't know about taking any trades unless it's the bear flag breakout. Well, there's our low. What's it going to be? I'd love to see a low consolidation, but if we don't get that, that's fine. So far, so good. I gotta stick to my plan. Although it does seem so inviting here. Gotta stick to the game plan and not force it. Protect ourselves. Good to see some strength in the markets here, man. Yesterday, giving us some sympathy momentums. Is there anything else? I think we had made, if I had to guess, like $1, 20, 30 cents. And then we took losses. Took some good losses too, like 40 cents plus. And then we took those losses with size too. Right now we're on a bear flag. Can't fall asleep here. Can't fall asleep. Oh, oh. What's it going to be? 43? Do I hear 50? 55? 60? Bro. Man, those are the trades right there. I get, again, I had like 13 cents unrealized, but looking for more over 50. So the bear flag is not going to break out there. It's probably going to sell off to new lows here then. Will the support hold up again? Oh, that is quite disappointing to not get through there. Um, 13 cents to the drain, brother. Oh, shoot. It's at 40. Dude, I look away for 1 second, man. There's just no way. All right, I'm going to chase it a little bit here. Tight stop, small size. Oh, boy. It looks like it might be going. Bro, you can't make this up. I mean, I caught something, but it's like I freaking look over to read the chat room. I'm getting the worst fills going up, so scalping it aggressively is gonna be tough. Going back to 500 shares. Can we hold up? Big levels here. Looking to hold this to 70. There's 63. There's 67. There's 70. Didn't quite go, which is fine. Time. False breakout again. We had 79 that time though. Oh, and there it is. Okay, there it is. Jeez Louise, dude. I'm off on these trades by like the wrong push. That's like the third time today in that type of area. Ay, 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 ay. Damn, bro. Damn. Damn, man. I'm gonna miss that. I'm wrong on that push by, you know. And this can't be real. Oh, I gotta be more aggressive. Should have took that. That's our fault there. It's still strong, but you still have to make sure your entries are clean. If not, you know, you're gonna miss it. And not to make any progress there is brutal. Absolutely brutal. I don't think we got up to 694. I think we're kind of like a magic wick. I can't even recall the high, but being that we were strong out of our last consolidation, I'm curious to see how well it holds up. I'm curious to see how well it holds up. Being careful of a bigger pullback here too. Why am I filled at 75? Buying this low. What is this? Oh my god, bro. It's just terrible, bro. Well, actually, alright, that's fine. Can't believe I made nothing in this massive move, man. From freaking 5 to 693. Made 0. Started off up $100 at the beginning of the move, and then now we're at 130. In the depths. That break of 80 was just so strong, man. And I took it, and it false breakout stopped me out. Then it went like these type of nonsense. So we got to tighten up, be a little bit more firm, a little bit more tight, a little bit more quick. Can we see 610 here? Does it mean business? Is the stock still strong? I think the answer is yes. So I want to position myself down here with starter positions. Small size, just in case it keeps dropping, but I think it looks good. We did get that wick up there to 93. I think it was a fake wick. I don't know if we got that close up to $7 resistance. We took a quick bounce trade if we get the opportunity to. I'm going to look to hold longer. And it's like the stocks are smooth, but at the same time, they're still tough. Still tough. You can still take losses as usual. It's never easy, as we know. Easy doesn't exist. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to hit the thumbs up. We got to take it nice and slow and rock the cradle here. Slow and steady. Time 10:57 a.m. market time. 2 minutes to the new 5-minute candlestick. We're in another bear flag situation. This time I am willing to take the flag low, high and low. High or low, or maybe both, depending. Now it's time to clutch up. If we haven't been clutch enough already, time to clutch up. Small size, patience, discipline, high accuracy trading. The night might still be very young if this one wants to be strong here. The night may still be very young, but all depends though. If it sells off here and it's done, then I'm out of here. Taking the starter over 80. There's 93, 94. Couple cents. I might get back in. I might try one more time if it pushes 93. Good volume spike, but you know, not quite what we would want to see. Still watching though. Still watching. There's 603. It has the volume to go to 610, 620 here. But will it? It will not. 89. We're at the high of the flag here, so we're having resistance. That was close though, because we had the 5 minute candle there making a new high. You know, with good volume, 605 on the ask. That's where we want to see 610, 615, 620. And then if we're lucky, a retest of the 680 level. But topping wick. Back down. The breakout, no good. See, these are the areas that I'm trying, and then it's like it goes here randomly, like with more volume. So I'll look to try again. If it wants to do it, I'll try again. Waiting. Ah, man. Oh, nope, I'm getting cooked this time. It's so choppy. It drops. Bro, it better not go. That's the fourth time today. Bro, no fair, man. It goes down to 590, then rips up. Oh, man. I hope I don't miss this entire thing. Like, we need some entries at least if it's gonna keep pushing like this. Dude, this is absolutely brutal. I'm throwing out trades on the dip here. I gotta be very careful though, because the day is already like not that great, you know? Bro. Bro. This is tough, man. If that trade comes a fifth time, bro, I better catch it. Or else I'm gonna really, really, really feel it. The sting in my dreams. Might have nightmares. I... Okay, alright. I try to go long, 594. I get filled at 608. Damn, bro. I think maybe this is it. I am running out of mental capital here, and I am basically not up anything. Mm. Bro, there's no way I'm not up thousands of dollars on a sweet day like this. I'm gonna go insane here. Small size down. Still got cooked. Well, I gotta leave whilst the going is still good and I'm still green. Something. The inner me wants to keep trading it, but the signs are saying that I should stop. Man. I gotta make up my mind quickly here. If I stay, I'm risking break even, which is like a $0 day. If I leave, I take the $150. We were highs of at least like 900 or 1K, I think. I don't know. I'm risking it. The inner fighter inside of me wants to go for it. So we will. But we have to accept the risk of a flat day. I'm fighting, I'm going for it. Round 5. Who's gonna get knocked out, me or the stock? Time to place the bets. I'm betting on myself. As always. Betting that I can stay alive, stay afloat, and find some good trades. We've been getting higher lows in this trend, which has been good. And we have a very obvious flat top. So there's a chance that we could squeeze. False breakout there. Thank God, bro, because if I had missed that, I would have cried. I would have cried tears. That would have been the 5th one. Dip for me. Now bounce. I'm too high. No bueno. Bro, those trades like that are just beyond ridiculous these days. Right now, we could see a retest at a high of day. Fair. Taking 23. Slightly higher fill. Right here, it's key that it doesn't sell off. Slightly higher fill, though. Big level here. Big, massive, big level. Bro, it's like my freaking entries just see so high, bro. My fills are beyond cook. I'm gonna reduce the risk. Even if it goes, I can add back lower, but if not, at least we're protected somewhat. Big volume here. 42. Bro, this is when trading becomes so fun again. Like, Not the slow garbage, but you know, like you're here, you're entertained. This is where it starts to feel like ESPN sports. Highs were boy, they love filling me crazy, man. Or do I need to be even faster? Nah, hold up. Hold my beer. This is what I've been born for. This right here. Big Steve. I've been born for this action. Beer. Waiting. That was pretty soft of a pullback. That's more like it. Taking it. Tight stop. Dang, it is still dropping. And I get filled. I gotta stop buying back like that, bro. The fill is the same, even though you're buying 10 cents lower. An abomination. Like that, bro. Like I'm executing it. I'm executing it not like, you know, not so bad, but it's like, damn, man. What I gotta do to get 8 cents higher right there. We did hit that resistance, so I'm looking for early bounce. If not, I want to ease off it right away. Good, early bounce. That's exactly what I want to see right there. If we don't get an early bounce, we start to pull back too much, and then it looks a little too weak. Bro, this stock can bring out my inner rage, like in a good way, not in a bad way. Like I if this goes, I'm gonna go for it. Like I don't care. I'm ready to risk this day, and I'm ready to go crazy if this wants to go. If this dare goes over 7 and opens up, the real Relentless is coming out. Big boy RT. We're gonna take out our big boy pants. Holy shit. Fudge. False breakout. That could have easily dropped 50 cents. So this is the risk, right? Gotta play ball. The risk is that failing to $6 and then we're cooked. I got the 720. This stock has been notorious to give the false breakout and then go on like the second attempt. It's so choppy here though. Holy shit, I sold. I'm chasing it. Squeeze. Squeeze for us. Squeeze for us. Go, 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 go. Over 710 maybe? I'm just throwing out trades because I know it can come. Go, 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 go. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Watch this. Watch this size right here. Watch this size. I'm about to put up some size. Dip for me and I'm taking size. Dip for me and I will take the size. Now it's the big boy leagues here. If it only dips for me. Oh, it looks like it's going to keep going. Big Steve, I didn't get the chance. I was ready to risk it. That extra dip didn't really come. Damn it, man. You son of a gun. How was that low? 96? Still risky, right? It took 715. It went down to 96. Fair. All good. That is our support after all. I bought it too high. Damn, 66 back down to 7. It's definitely a pricey stock at this point. But, you know, at $5, we were seeing this same type of range, which was a little bit more shocking being that, you know, we're at $5. But now as we get up to 7 and 8, it makes more sense to see that massive dip. All that buying, nothing. Bit of a chase here. Still not much. The highs are at 66. Trying to be patient here with the range. So far, we're looking healthy. Hopefully the stock continues to be strong and remains strong. Consolidation looking healthy. Just being patient for the entries, high or low. I'll give it one more chance. Tight stop, tight stop. It's down into the new candle. And it's right back up. Chasing it, 705, chasing it. Can we see 25.30 out of this? There's 16. Can we see 20? Taking the other half as well. Small trade. Maybe could have held out longer. Ah. Honestly, the better we hold here, the more we hold here, the better it is. If it breaks down, it'll need to reclaim and reclaim quickly. This could definitely keep going. Like, it's possible that if we're lucky, it gives a repeat of yesterday. You know, maybe not all the way, but $10 if we're lucky. What's this low? 67, 71, 71. Our last 5 minute candlestick didn't really close too strong, but notice how we're back over 7 almost instantly. There's a great sign, which means people are buying this thing up like no tomorrow. So short sellers need to brace themselves here for the next leg up. $8 coming soon. Coming soon to a city near you. Sizing down again to gain another like rhythm here. Candle closed nicely. It's a beautiful candlestick, really. So watching for the next leg here. Waiting patiently. Damn, my mic is muted. Great. Jesus. I'm saying the bear flag here. I'm 0 for 4, and I got to be careful. I don't love this pullback because we're pulling back below a key resistance, which was $7. So we'll have to retake the level at 7. So I'll watch the bear flag, and I'll be patient. Big Steve, I never got a chance to grace it with size. Will it go to $9 and give me a chance? Of course, the risk is real. That's possible. It's possible that the best opportunities has come and gone. But we'll see. I think $7 is the key. If it rejects 7 and it's done, it's done. If it goes back over 7, then there's a chance it does something. Time. Well, I'm telling y'all, they better hope and pray this hot market don't come back because I will be invincible. Big Steve, the entire Discord will be putting up record numbers. Traders like Momo Bro, Hollis, Enzo, Cactus Rob, the entire team. I can already see guys like Lucas record month, 300K month. The day this hot market is back in full swing, the team, Mighty, Tim, all these guys, Alice, all the traders here, Triad, everybody. The rising tide will lift all the ships, and we will be celebrating and feasting. I'm watching it very carefully here. I really like this area if we're going to be seeing some sort of a push. Watching it like a hawk right here. Unless it sells off, of course, in which case that's fine. I could try the big dip once if it does sell off. If not, keeping an eye. Such a poorly executed trade. It's at the lows. What's it gonna be? Double bottom, breakdown, reclaim, sell off, dunzo. Definitely looking very ominous here. Looking like the beginning of the end. 30 is a big level to reclaim if it's going to do anything. If not, we are minced stew. Minced beef. If it gets above 30 here, I'll throw out a starter and then I'll wait. If not, could be cooked. Final destination. Final destination. Cook City. Is it 12 o'clock? Not quite. We're out of here. I think we might be out of here. I think this could be it. I only got like 100 share starter, by the way. Bro, but being like, there's so many areas on this stock where it's like, man, like I like can't believe it, you know? I couldn't believe how many trades that like the the intuition is there, and then it's like I'm in on that move, it goes up 10 cents, back down 10 cents, I'm taking a 5-10 cent loss, and then stock ripping up 40 cents. And that is the day. I'm telling you guys, man, when the hot market comes back, when the hot market comes back, I trade very specific momentum, uptrending momentum, stocks holding up, halting up. It's my go-to. I mean, look at this beautiful uptrend here. We have not been seeing things like this consistently. I'm telling you guys, last year, we saw at least one stock do this every single day. The year before that, every single day. Sometimes 3 times in one day, a different stock, pre-market into the open again. Sometimes power hour. And because it's so consistent, you're not leaving. You're just sitting here till 3 p.m. every day. Days like yesterday, I have no expectation for the stock to do anything. I leave. You come back and it's like, damn. We never put out any size. The area where I was looking to put out the size, it never gave a pullback. I was ready to send it. But so at 1K size, 1,500 shares, 500 shares, a lot of trades at 500 shares, 600 shares. We were able to scrape together a decent day on this one. Right now, we're just taking it slow and steady. And then when the time is here, we will all know. The people who are making good gains now, wait till these hotter stocks are coming more frequently. Your gains are gonna be looking, it's gonna balloon even more. Maybe double, sometimes triple. As we're seeing more stocks go from 5 to 10 to 15 more consistently, more regularly. Right now, I'm saying it, you know, it might sound like a joke, but the time is coming, and it is coming as fast as it can. And good old Pastor will be right here waiting. And then I can finally unleash the inner beast and ascend to new heights. Just like we've saw in our dreams. Well, if we can see it in our mind, we can hold it in our hands. And so right now, there's nothing stopping us from just showing up, taking it slow, and being patient. The time will come. It has no choice. That's why this is the market after all. It doesn't have a choice. It's only natural. The cycle. It's only natural. Nice and slow, one day at a time. The good thing too is that, I mean, we've done well. So, you know, in these times, like, we're not worried. We're taking it easy. You don't spend all your money when you make it in the hot markets. Instead, you save, you reinvest. and you save money for slower times, because this is a business after all. I can already see Marcelo, right? New record day, up 80K. Like these, I don't know if maybe I'm just crazy or something, but like these are the things that I see when I'm like sitting here, when I'm daydreaming about trading. I can just imagine the P&L section in the chat room. Like it's gonna happen. Tim is gonna eventually remake his video from saying 5K size to 50K size. Coming soon. Stock is actually in a pretty interesting area. I'm gonna use 100 shares and watch it here. It needs to get over like 680 and then retake $7. Is this just a massive bounce or is this like something more? We could easily see a head and shoulders pattern here and reversal. So I'd stick to 100 shares here, nothing more. Unless it gets over 7, then I can try with a little bit more size. I'll have to verify charcoal in the chat. You can jump on the call with myself, Mighty, Triad, Big Steve. whoever he wants. Let's see the SPY. SPY is down a little bit. Just a little bit. I actually took some profits yesterday on some of my swings. What else is there? Home Depot looking all right. Amazon, all the big tech stocks looking good. Nvidia. RKT. Is this Rocket Mortgage? Rocket Mortgage, not looking that good, in my opinion. I wonder how well they'll do when the rates go down. Like, will they really do better? Maybe. Yet again, they didn't really do that well anyways. Well, they IPO'd in 2020, so maybe they IPO'd a little too late. It's not a bad company to have looked into back then, actually. And then once rates go down, you know, maybe. Disney, not looking too bad. I don't think I could ever invest into companies like Coca-Cola and McDonald's. Although, well, maybe I could, but man, it's like these food, they're just killing people, you know, making people sick. But it tastes so damn good. I've been drinking natural juice, like juicing. I've been juicing fruits for juice. No soda, no, like everything in the stores are just garbage. Even some of the stuff that they're claiming to be organic and whole. You know, like even salmon is one of those things you got to be careful when you're buying. I don't know if you guys ever checked out those salmon farms that they have. And then they're charging all sorts of crazy price. Well, as the ranting is starting, VIVS, it must mean that the day is done. VIVS. Something to add to the gains, maybe? Break of 3 coming up. Long at 90, tight stop. Yep, definitely tight stop. 82. Bro, the day this market gets hot again, because what I'm telling people is that the experience that you have from the last hot cycles just doesn't disappear. I'm going to show the world trading like they've never seen trading before. Even the guys like Ross Cameron are going to have to stop and say, man, this guy, man, he's mad, he's insane. I'll be looking to push the limits. I'll be the explorer. I will explore the vacuum. And create the gateway. Selling half and selling the other half. If it gives an entry to get back in, I can try 92, retest. No retest. Okay, fair trades. Oh, it's not even on the screen. Shoots. See, I had a great trade there of like 13 cents. I sized up, took a 6-cent loss. Size discrepancy, so I'm net red on the two trades, despite being net green on cents. We got like a flat top here, VIVS. Taking 62. I got a high fill. Damn, boy, the fills are just tearing me apart. Tearing me apart. The fills are tearing me limb by limb. This might be finished. Limb by limb. For those of you on the YouTube stream, yeah, Marcelo definitely holds a little longer than me. I'm checking out the YouTube stream here. If I had 25 in my account, do I have to wait for my trades to settle? So if you have over 25,000, you can elect for a margin account, which means you'll have instant settlement as long as your balance remains above 25,000. If not, you'll be subject to the pattern day trading rule, PDT, which states you cannot take more than 3 trades per every 5 business days, which is quite a silly rule. There's also cash accounts, right? Cash account, you can use the balance of your cash repeatedly until you have no more cash. But the margin account over 25K is the way to go if you have the cash. Back when I was, and this stock is back up, by the way. Back when I was getting the cash together, I had used credit card arbitrage. So I basically borrowed like 25 grand. And I also borrowed a little from a sibling or two. And then I had 2K of my own money, or 2,500 of my own cash. In my account, I started at 27,500. And my max loss was 2,500. If I lost 2,500, I would have refunded the money to the bank and then to my siblings. And I would have been left with $0 to my name and back to the sim to practice more. But we were able to grow that account nicely. I think the day is done. This one here was a bluff. It looks a little choppy, so not gonna bother with it. H1 Media, mission accomplished at long last, my friend. When this market comes back to life, we're gonna make up for all this lost time. All this lost time. For me, IPDN needs to get over 680. I'd only be interested in trying it for the breakout through the resistance. And honestly, up there might even be a little risky of a trade to be taking. But if we could push through and then retest the highs, that's what I'm interested in. There are opportunities down here, though. But, you got to be very precise and accurate with the backside dips. If you can get in low like this and then out up here, holding for like a minute or two, or even 30 seconds sometimes on these bigger green candles can pay off nicely. I'm not good with this backside stuff, so. But I will say, man, some traders out there are still peeled to the screen. Like Tim is one of those guys, right? Like Tim, Marcelo too. These guys love this backside stuff. Like they can do so well here. For me, I just, I don't like it, man. Some people love this type of price action here. Let me show you guys high on stocks real quick. He was the best of all the traders that I knew in this area. High on stocks. This guy actually had a pretty decent. Dude, this is 4 years ago. Jesus, time flies, man. Oh man, this guy definitely could have had a massive YouTube channel if he tried, but he just wasn't into it like that, High on stocks with this clean video here. Dude, this guy made this video 4 years ago, and it's this the good still. Insane. The editing. Although the HD though. Oh, okay, there's more. Nice. How good is my internet speed? Can my computer keep up? And that mic needs a little bit of cleaning, bro. This guy owns a bunch of nail salons, by the way. Or at least he did back in those days. Back in the days, a bunch of nail salons, a bunch of, a lot of people who are trading are doing like different things too. Different ventures. Might be time to shut it down. Yeah, okay. So for those of you going the distance, IPDN, I'll come back and look at it. If it's over 7, you know what? I'll start up the live stream again. If I come back in like an hour and it's over 7, I'll use small size, start back up the live stream and go again. But I think that's it for today. For those of you going the distance, continue to be disciplined, continue to be patient. I think today's Friday, is it? Yeah, today's Friday, so enjoy the weekend. Take the time to decompress. Enjoy it, have fun, hang out with friends, family, and then, enjoy the projects that you're going to be doing. Some people are doing projects, rebuilding the garden and so forth. Finishing the basement, whatever it might be. And then Sunday, when you have time, even if it's just for 30 minutes, study up, and then, we'll be fresh and ready for Monday morning. All right, that's it for the pastor. Heading out. Stay safe, stay green. It's been another beautiful day. Oh yeah, I think Tuesday, right? Shoots, I forgot. It's Labor Day. Dave, man. Dave, mark my words, bro. It's been a rough 3-4 months. But the pastor is going sideways, nevertheless. Although I'm at the lows of the drawdown, though. But The time is coming, and that drawdown is one day, one trade actually. So slow and steady. Take care, stay safe, stay green.